No worries, Bobby. Okay, we have the cars coming out now for the Super Tribute. And I'm going to be joined on microphone when he figures out how to put them back on. Ron Simmons.
Yeah, thanks, Phil, and again, good afternoon, everybody. What a great race we've had so far. Races, I should say, we've had over the day. Fortunately, the heavy rain has stayed away. We've had a couple of misty little bits and pieces, but nothing too serious, which is good. Now, cars coming out now, your super sprint cars, so they're got 15 minutes of whizzing round. It's technically not a race. I think the fastest car wins. I think that's.
I think it is, but if I'm not mistaken, on turn 3 we've got a car that's turned around already. He's getting himself sorted out again, but that was me not looking at the screen and looking out the window, which you're not supposed to do when you're doing commentary on online TV. So thank you very much to the Blendline TV guys for everything that they've done.
Okay, yeah, some interesting cars amongst this lot. These are sort of tribute cars. They're not actually perhaps the cars that raced at Bathurst and in this touring car era. Some of the cars should actually have an R next to the number if it's a replica. Hard to pick that up if they're going by. There's the Seco car 7. So they're not actually always the car of the race. The Group C and A cars, yes, they've got to be the exact cars. But these are replicas, as it says in the program there. They're Super Sprint Tribute cars.
Yep, and safety car coming in this lap, so we'll be underway. And look at that, the replica of one of Alan Moffat's great cars.
Carrying the number 9, of course.
Yep.
So that's a very nice car. We've only seen that car a couple of times. I think it might have been at Phillip Island earlier this year. And I'm just suggesting that he might have been a late entry. So that you'll see on your program that some numbers aren't here. Because we had a lot of late entries for this event.
One of the things, Ron, Alan Moffat, a lot of people may or may not know that his first race in Australia was actually not very far from here, a place called Tarawinji. Green flag, and we are underway. But Alan Moffat at that Tarawinji event was raining at a Triumph.
A Triumph TR3A, I think it was.
Oh, I think you're right.
And he ran that car for only for a short time. Before featuring over to Canada to America, and he started washing and polishing a few cars and got himself a drive in a little Lotus Cortina. And there's the story, kept on going.
Yeah, and it's Ivers in car 9, which is out the front, the Mustang.
So they're not on laps, these cars.
11 Kirby on screen in the good old Holden Commodore.
So they're not on actual laps, Phil. They just have 15 minutes of a bit like a regularity, if you like.
Yeah, but, almost similar.
But they go a bit quicker, and I think if there is a winner of it as such, it's the car that gets around the quickest.
Yeah, the one with the fastest lap time is the winner of this, not necessarily the first car on track. So it's a little bit different, and that was why you didn't see them all bunch up at the start of this event. Of course, if you're out in front, you want to try and make the leap. If you're further back down the order, moving around towards the start line, you might just hang back a little bit to give yourself a bit of space in front to try and make that pouncing lap.
You should see some of the cars, like the car we got here with the car 16.
Yeah, Kirby at the wheel.
Kirby. You look at little bits and pieces, you can see the dissimilarity, if you like. The wheels aren't quite the right sort of looking wheel. A couple of bits and pieces like that, but basically good to have these cars. The guys spend heaps of money on these cars as tribute cars. I mean, you've got to start off, generally they start off with they would have been like a basic VN Commodore or something like that.
Yep.
And trick it all up. So that's a kind of sitting up a bit higher than what they ever did. See, that's different size wheels and things on it, and blowing a bit of smoke into the bargain.
Yeah, it looks like he's either got a tyre rubbing or a little bit of oil emanating from the exhaust pipe.
That's
I think
wood.
it's probably tyre actually.
It's Ross Wood in a Nissan R31 Skyline.
So we've got some lap times there now. Wood, as you just mentioned, is the fastest car out there on a 148.13 at the moment. Yeah, I might expect those times to probably come down a little bit.
It's unusual seeing the Porsche in amongst this lot too, which the 911 1ROC, I don't know the particular brand, it's a classic Wheels Australia from Cameron Smith driving. But anyway, it's good to see the cars out circulating.
Yeah.
It's of interest to the spectators. That Nissan is starting to blow a goodly amount of smoke.
Yeah, every time it squats at the back, it sits down on the guards seem to be hitting the tyres. So
maybe that's what it is.
yeah. Every time he hits that loud pedal, it seems to get a little bit of squat at the back, and up comes the smoke from the tyres. Consistent, both rear tyres seem to be doing it. So Big Bird, car number 5. Whereabouts is he on the? Oh, Ramsey is actually. That would be him. No, number 5. Sorry, Mackay.
Car 11 and 16, the Kirby people. 11 and 16 is Travis Kirby, and there's Paddy Kirby.
Here we go, car number 5 now on screen.
David Ramsey. XA, hardtop that one.
Yeah.
Now that would actually have the biggest engine, is it? Yeah, 645C, 6cc, so that's a big engine.
Yeah, they were a big engine, big car too, the old XA 2 doors. A lot of people used to unfortunately call them Big Birds. I don't know why, they don't look like a bird to me, but as he thunders up the back straight, big Cleveland V8.
Well, didn't they have the little logo with like some sort of a landlocked bird on the front? Little
Yeah, was
like
that
a bit like the thing out of that cartoon.
yeah, was that the Goss special or?
Might have been. I don't know, mate. But
yeah.
anyway,
It's getting a bit far back in our memory banks.
looks pretty spectacular. McLeod Ford, because they were sponsors for quite a long time with the Ford cars.
Sounds pretty good too as he thunders past the microphones. That Nissan Skyline still squatting and issuing a little bit of smoke from those rear tyres. You might want to have a closer look at that, or he's going to find himself with some.
That's the ex-Wayne Gardner car, and Moore drove a car with that Strathfield motors, signs all over it. Car radio, Strathfield car radio.
Yep.
One of the earlier model Commodores. But as we said earlier, just beautifully presented cars. They're in concourse condition when you get up close to them.
Yeah, they're almost too good to be going racing.
Polished to the nth degree, beautifully detailed and that sort of thing. So, yeah, as I said, a credit, even though they're not a true car, but credit to them, and also to want to give them a whiz around here on display.
Certainly. Just goes to show what you can do when you're an enthusiast and you fall in love with a particular driver or race team or race car type.
Yeah.
You can go out. Oh
no!
Oh dear! We have the
over here.
The big Mustang.
He's into the Yokohama wall over there. Unfortunately, he's run a tyre off. I think
left rear tyre is appears
people
to be
over watching the motor car are taking no notice at all.
Correct.
Oh dear, the action's here, guys. They've been having a great day over there on the motor car. A couple of times I've seen lots of clouds of smoke going up.
Yeah.
They do their bit in between the flags. They're thoroughly enjoying themselves. But car number 9, of course, is not enjoying himself. Mr. Ivers.
No.
So
Car 25, Graham Stevenson in another of the big Ford Falcons, powering his way around the track.
They're not calling for any safety cars or anything. He's sort of way off the road, of course.
Yeah, because he's being a left-hand drive, he's on that left-hand side of the car. One would hope that no one slips off and goes T-bones him. But as you say, he's well off the track.
Yeah, Federation Insurance, eh? They were on Moffat's car for a while, weren't they?
They were.
The Camel cigarettes, was it?
Yeah, Camels across the front. Little Ford Escort. We believe that the checkered flag is not very far away, so as the car 82 now, the old XD Falcon on screen, doing a great job.
I remember getting into an XD Falcon. That's an XE, I think. But anyway, XE, and had no. You could option with power steering, without power steering. Man, it had no power steering. Man, was it heavy to drive.
They were.
Okay, that's
checkered flag
the end of that particular
coming
event.
on. Yeah, the fastest car out there is car 31, R. Wood, with a 141.19 on that last lap. So he held it all back until the last one. Then there's D. Ramsey in car 5A, which that would be him on screen at the moment, the big Falcon, with a 141.6. And we go back to C. Smith with a 143. Dearden with a 144. There's our winner on screen in the Nissan, car 31.
Yeah, the Nissan R31.
And that was the car that was squatting and bringing up a little bit of tyre smoke on the rear tyres. But
yes, I think he's actually got, appears to me to be oversized wheels on the car, doesn't it?
yeah, they just look
it's
to
not,
be
not
pushed
kosher.
just pushed out a little bit too far, and they're not quite fitting under the bodywork when he applies the right foot to the loud pedal. Car squats and brings those tyres into contact with the bodywork. Not an ideal situation.
Okay, so thanks to Apex for bringing us that event. Apex, of course, is been around the motorsport things with Joe Collegia.
Ah, yes.
He's the man. Joe not being so well lately, but he's Apex Steel, of course. And they brought us that Super Sprint Tribute over 8 laps. And it would appear that R. Wood, if there's a winner, at 41.19. Now we slide over to the program to page 33 of your program, and we come to Clive Cam's event number 11. They've had over 40 years of experience in the camshaft industry. They're going to bring us the historic sports sedans. If you want to see a bit of oomph and bump and a bit of horsepower, wait around for this particular event. Historic sports sedans over 7 laps.
Yeah, certainly the big bangers getting around out there, and I was lucky enough earlier on to be talking to one of the owners of several of the cars out there, who's brought them across from South Australia. One of them being the ex-Peter Fowler, Brian Thompson Mercedes 450 SLC. Ooh, left front. No, we seem to have the left front wheel missing on car 15 out on track, so
what did they usually
one of
say?
The cars.
The nuts? The wheel nuts? Oh my goodness, the wheel nuts. So there you go. Unfortunately, we didn't see that happen, but he's obviously gone into the boondocks, has muddled over the car. And
I'm not even too sure just where he is on track. I can see it on screen, but
no, I can't pick that up.
And they're busy looking at that and going, that's going to take us a while to get that off the track. Perhaps we just dig a hole and bury this car. we're just going to go for an ad.
We've always had a few cars. They're all special. The T-Bird.
Oh, that's mine.
The Combi for when we want to get away. The XR8.
It's going to be a classic.
They're all insured with Shannon's,
We've also got Shannon's Home and Contents cover.
which helps protect our automotive collectibles, tools and memorabilia in the home and garage. If you're motoring enthusiasts like us, it's got to be.
Shannon's.
Shannon's, insurance for motoring enthusiasts. Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
We all agree now is the right time to start making choices to support Aussie businesses, supporting Aussie families and communities. Well, from their humble beginnings in Melbourne nearly 100 years ago, Penrite now sit as a truly respected global lubricants brand across automotive and industry. And the best bit, it's still 100% owned by an Aussie family that employs Australians in Australian factories right here on Aussie dirt.